Thank you very much. 10 years after the entry into effect of the Treaty of Lisbon, it's an excellent occasion to take stock. We can say that in its day it was a success of the Portuguese presidency with a socialist government at a very delicate moment in time. We all recall the trauma of the rejection by 2 of our member states to the European Constitution in 2005 and the lack of certainty that that created. However, we should recognize that the work of the Convention in 2002 and 2003 wasn't in vain. They made an important effort to face the challenges of the European Union. There was perhaps too much focus on market issues, forgetting that we are capable of a much more ambitious project. We want a European democracy that is capable of resolving the problems of the citizenry. We needed to address the Europe of citizens, fundamental rights and the promotion of social rights. However, the referendums in France and Holland made it clear that at least part of the citizenry did not feel that they owned this process. Many important processes were subsequently included in the Treaty of Lisbon, and significant progress was then made. For example, the EU now has a legal personality and it can adhere to international instruments. And the role of our House, the Parliament, has been strengthened, and the participation of citizens has been enhanced. The Charter of Fundamental Rights is legally binding, and citizens have seen their powers bolstered, their rights enhanced. Is that enough? No. Obviously, European citizens expect more from us, and therefore the Conference on the Future of Europe is an occasion that we cannot let slip through our fingers in order to renew the process of consideration, making Europe more dynamic, more democratic and closer to people. Let's not repeat the errors of the past. It's necessary that we involve civil society and citizens from the outset. They need to feel that they are a part of this process, and we cannot take decisions without their input. If there is the political will, we can do a lot more. We can reform the head of list system or look at international lists. We can overcome the paralysis in the areas such as taxation or foreign policy. We need a fair tax system. We can overcome issues of accession, for example, as we have seen in the case of North Macedonia. Last week, we looked at possibilities of overcoming the requirements for neutrality to move towards a condition for neutrality by 2050. We hope very much that the number of areas covered by unanimity can be reduced so that we can act in time to face the challenges that we are looking at. We're beginning a new political cycle, and it's time to be bold. Europe is not what it was 10 years ago. We can talk about the climate emergency. We can talk about gender violence, refugees knocking on the doors of Europe with the hope of being able to have a future, child poverty, so many questions which we need to work on. So let's take these opportunities seriously. Let's work together with European citizens and civil society to make Europe stronger and better.
Onorevole